Hey guys, I'm setting up tomorrow's live stream tomorrow mornings. Just to have it there. It's a tip I got from the master teacher, Love Our Toy Pups, who talked about it creates a nice safe space if people need to get in contact early or if they want to chat back and forth. Sort of like creating a chat room. So keep that in mind. It is, let me make sure I'm on the right one. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I haven't found what I was looking for. Nope, I'm not singing you too. That would be I still haven't found, although I still haven't found. Um, the exact couple of sentences reading the last section of chapter. That would be I still 12. Haven't, although I still have. Sorry. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it's just me right now. This morning when I read it, it was as if, man, it was as if I latched hold of that golden thread that was going to lead me all the way to awakening. You know, the goal of Course in Miracles is enlightenment. You could say that enlightenment is realization of a universal love that touches upon everything and everyone, that it's what we are. Hey, Tim. Tim says, up, brother Yogi? Tim, nice to see you, my friend. How are you? The Course will take you all the way there. The Course is summed up at the very beginning that the goal is not to teach us love, because that is something that cannot be taught, because we already are it. It is something that we can remember. The goal of the Course is to take away the obstacles of love's awareness. Tim says, much love, brother. Appreciate you. I appreciate you too, Tim. Everything you do. You know, I always see you making the rounds, YouTube, and doing nothing but supporting so many people. So let me read this little section here. All meaning that you give the world outside must thus reflect the sight you saw within. It's the law of projection. Or better, if you saw it at all or merely judged against it. Vision is the means by which the Holy Spirit translates your nightmares into happy dreams, your wild hallucinations that show you all the fearful outcomes of imagined sin into the calm and reassuring sights, which He, capital H, would replace them. These gentle sights and sounds are looked on happily and heard with joy. They are His substitutes for all the terrifying sights and screaming sounds the ego's purpose brought to your horrified awareness. I apologize. They step away from sin, reminding you that it is not reality which frightens you. It is not reality that frightens you. We did get a storm, and it looked like we were going to get another one, but it has cleared up. The sun is out now. This is the ending. Think but an instant just on this. You can behold the holiness God gave His Son, and never need you think that there is something else for you to see. So, like I said, this morning it felt like man, I finally latched onto this golden thread, and it was going to lead me. And of course, as the day proceeded, that thread was let go of somehow. And I'm right back here. That's not bad though. It's okay. Here ain't so bad. How's the weather for you, Tim? Slowly but surely, the course talks about awakening, which is a big thing in every practice. Zen talks of enlightenment. Um, Yoga, the goal of yoga is the um, realizing samadhi consciousness, union, bliss consciousness. The course does the same thing. The courses are different than Buddhism. It's no different than yoga in essence. Here's the difference. Hey, Sue. Hey, Willa. Willa says, sorry I'm late. I made it. I'm awful glad you made it, Willa. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Sue. Hey, Lee. Lee says, hey, y'all. Thanks for being here, guys. So the outcome's the same. It's going to be called something different. The outcome, again, is awakening. It's enlightenment. But here's the difference. The course says it'll take you there quicker and it will save you lifetimes. Of course, if you get yoga and you dive in, you practice diligently. I'm so glad I said that right. Tempted to try it again. Diligently, twice in a row. Same with Buddhism. But with the course, you don't need to practice quite so diligently 3 times. You just need to forgive. You mess up, you forgive. You mess up and you forgive. Forgiveness is the thing. Forgiveness is instant meditation. Hi, Anna. Anna says, hi, Yogi. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you, Anna. I saw Anna over there supporting Jace. Let's see. What was been with the police all day? I hope everything's okay. So she's just fine. I'm just fine, people. How are the police? Let's see. He says, well, I understand. I didn't want to bother you much. Hey, Kat. Kat says, I woke up to see all my friends. Okay, I'm good. Goodbye. Jeez. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? The police can't hate you. Well, I can't imagine anyone hating you. Well, police hate me, but nothing people who do. Hey, Billy Bob. Billy Bob, how are you? What's new in the aquarium world? Cat and Jack, how was work today? I know that this was a return to a place that you felt a little ill at ease at one time. I hope. What's the opposite of ill at ease? Well at ease? Let's just say at ease. I hope you felt more at ease. He says, Willow, not over keenly on the police. I prefer Rainbow. Billy Bob says, I'm good, and you? Doing pretty good, Billy Bob. I'm going to pin a little comment here. See if Lee is interested in it. Today, it's Saturday night. It kind of feels like a quiet night. What do you think? Should we do some reading? You guys want to hear some poetry? Not mine. I could probably try to find some of mine. I'm always happy to read my stuff. Kat says everything was lovely. Awesome. You deserve a lovely day. Me too. I'm not leaving myself out of the equation. Not any longer. I used to. I think maybe some of us made a habit out of it for whatever reason. Maybe we were taught. Maybe it's Christian values that we're supposed to suffer before we can feel good. And man, did I buy into that. Inadvertently. I don't know if I ever believed it, but I certainly felt I had to, and I certainly felt that I did. Man, what a waste of time that is. I can tell you that for certain, guys. Suffering is a waste of time. Now, here's the thing: Buddhism and yoga will tell you that sorrow, grief, sadness are just natural occurrences, but suffering is optional. Sorry, don't mean to be wagging my finger at you. But hey, maybe we need it. Suffering is obstacle. He says, I think I'd love to hear some of your poetry, Yogi. Hey, could do that. Hey, Cheyenne, that last sentence. Did I pin that? I don't remember. So sometimes it seems that the course words things awkwardly, as they do. It's iambic, what's it? Iambic prose, Shakespearean language in much of it, not all of it. So it is worded in a, what they wanted to do was have it in a, supposedly, in a classical language that would stand the test of time. If you have something in slang, 20 years, it seems outdated, right? So the line, think but an instant just on this. You can behold the holiness God gave his son. Guess what? Capital S, and we think, well, he's talking about Christ, talking about Jesus. Yes, guess what? Again, Christ resides within you. You are the Son of God. I am the Son of God. It's a sonship. Don't take the masculine language to heart. You are a daughter of God. So you can behold the holiness. That's forgiveness, is beholding the holiness and not the error, not the sin. Hey, Adam. Adam, thank you so much for that very kind message on my post. So when you behold the holiness, here's that line that might be confusing you. And never need to think that there's something else you need to see, something else you to see. That's a little awkward phrasing. There's nothing but holiness. However, our perception, which is caused by our projection, and our projection is always guilt and any of its myriad forms. Cheyenne, how you doing? So, we perceive what we project. That's the world we're stuck with until we begin to perceive things differently. And the way we perceive things differently is we behold the holiness God gave his son, which means we forgive and we forgive and we forgive. I choose selective remembering. I choose to remember your holiness instead of that mistake that you made, however grievous that mistake might seem. And man, can't they seem pretty grievous? We are loath to let someone off the hook. And even more so, we are loath to let ourselves off the hook. Um, but hey, do me a favor. And I'm talking to you. Do me a favor. Let yourself off the hook. I see only your holiness. All right. I see some crap too. I see a little bit of crap too. But mostly, guys, mostly you. I see your holiness. Willa says, me, I'm only human, not tough, just stupid enough to be fine with it. You are pretty tough, but you are not stupid, my friend. Hey, Jeff. Welcome back, my friend. Well, you got a little car accident. I'm glad you're safe. Adam says my condemnation bring me suffering. Yes, they do. All right, Cheyenne. I'm on it. Let's take care of our friend Cheyenne. It's going to be well, Cheyenne, right after the live stream, which is about an hour or so. I know how to reach you. Are you okay with that in about an hour? So, how about if I'm willing to see only the holiness in you? Do me a favor. What's up, Dan? Do me a favor. Can you see only the holiness in yourself? Can you see maybe a large percentage of the holiness within yourself? Can maybe you see a little bit of the holiness and cultivate it? You know, when you make a fire on a cold and windy day outside a campfire, you start with just a little bit of kindling tinder. You start with a spark. Hey, Rosie. And you're so careful with that spark. You blow on it, you cup it, you protect it, you shield it from the wind because you know your life might depend on that fire. It does. Your true life depends on that fire, depends on that tiny little spark of recognizing your holiness. It's there. Guess what? I'm willing to help you cultivate that spark. I'm willing to shield you from the wind. I was going to say I'm willing to blow on it, but I know you guys. You got dirty minds. You're going to take it all out of context. It'll come back and haunt me. Rosie, how are you? Cheyenne says, Willow, I know you don't know me, but I'm here for you. Cheyenne is one awesome person. Hey, has anyone ever bought a car on Facebook before? Facebook Market? Hey, I got you set up already. Cheyenne, I just need to log in on PayPal. And thanks for getting that PayPal, by the way. And I would do it right now, but my card was compromised. I don't know where, somewhere, somehow. So they had to send me a new card, and it took a little bit. I got it today, so I need to reset it on PayPal, and then we're good to go. Rosie says, "I'm okay. How are you, Yogi?" I'm doing pretty good, Rosie. Rosie, you feeling good? No headache? All right. Right after the live stream. As a matter of fact, I got you up right now as a reminder, Cheyenne. Pretty
Yeah, it's like this opening. Look at that opening in the clouds.
awesome.
So
Hey, I want to read something from our friend Lee. Says, Eric, you ever met? It is. I'm not sure that it. I'm not sure that it needs a song though. Of all the things that you could sing about me, there's like there's got to be like one other thing that you could sing about me. You could sing about my epic kettlebell lifting. You could sing about my glorious baldness. You could sing about how my sparkling blue eyes. You could sing about the fluffiness of my beard. And you choose.
compromise.
Like I said, there's got to be at least a half dozen things that you could have pointed out. My gold sparkly earring,
It's so
that
funny.
deserves.
Yeah, you have your ears pierced. That's so weird. I mean, it's like a cool thing. You know,
I got
God. Guys are now women are having babies and they're like, "Oh, it's a boy. I'm gonna get their ears pierced, both sides."
Hey, Maddie, I got my ear pierced in the mall when I was 14 and immediately tried to hide it from my parents until it got infected. Um, and I pretty much always had it in since the infection back then cleared up. Maybe taking it
That's so
out every
funny.
once in a while. That's a long time.
That's
That's almost
yeah, everybody
50.
has funny stories about their first piercings, right?
That's almost 50 years of piercing. 50 years with a hole on my head.
Holy cow.
Let's see. I want to catch up real quick. Um, with Lee says you have ignited my interest in learning again. Lee,
Oh,
I'd love for
that's
you to talk one on one about A Course in Miracles stuff. I'd love to talk to you and William. Cheyenne says, "Thanks, Eric. You're an angel. Just a friend, Cheyenne. I'm just your friend. Well, I'm other people's friends. I'm Shloy Tux's friend.
you're so funny when you're like, "I'm your best friend, but I'm other people's best friends too." I'm trying to
Exactly.
be your I'm not just your best friend alone. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Everyone's my best friend, but you're my best friend right
Everyone.
now.
Yeah. You're my best friend.
You're my bestest of all the best friends that I have. I believe
Uh,
in Cheyenne. You probably are his bestest of all his best friends.
Adam says, I think Yogi would have made a good scholar. He can quote every book I forgot to read. Well, thank you. I guess it depends on the topic at hand. Man, that cloud looks awesome, Toy Pups.
Yeah, it's like this conversation, and then I just need to like this is the visual we need to have. Like scholar, so smart, quotes all the books, like educated, all these nice things that helps us when we're having tough times, right? It's like an
Um,
angel coming through the skies, like Rosie said.
hey, can I make a journal? Can I make a journal suggestion?
Yeah, always.
When we're in those tough times and when we're stressed, we completely forget all the nurturing things that we could do. When you're feeling good, if you write down journal as much when you're feeling good as when you're not feeling good. A lot of times we turn to journaling
Yeah,
when we're not feeling good,
yeah,
which is important. But at the same time, if you journal while you're feeling good, now you have a reference point. You remember
yeah.
all these things that you felt good about, uh, and you're able to start bringing them back and recollect them, and it makes you smile. Yep. The beauty of that particular sky with those particular clouds and that particular shape will never, ever, ever happen again. It's a once upon. And
Yeah.
if you wrote that, just doesn't have to be big or poetic. Just, today, 531, 2025, the sky is just so beautiful. The clouds are whatever, however you want to express it. And it could be a paragraph and you have that once upon, now you have it in print and you can revisit it anytime you need to. We let these moments. Yep. You know what else you could jot down? Today I wrote a song about my friend Yogi and his credit card being compromised. I am back on track. I am back on track now.
but your card got compromised. Like that's so I feel like that's traumatizing. Feels like your privacy has been invaded, you know?
I'm live stream on YouTube 3 times a day, talking about every little weird thing that happens to my life. I have no privacy. I I have you guys.
Ah,
Hey,
I love you
Rosie
guys.
says, "Is it just me, or for I can't hear toy pups? I can't hear pups. Can you guys hear toy pups?
Oh,
I can
for
hear you fine.
real? Sometimes that happens when I'm using the different device. It should you guys should hear me. Can you guys hear me or not?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, the
Okay.
can't. Yeah, sometimes you can hear me, but the chat can't hear me.
Yep. Hunter
Oh,
says
all
all
good?
good.
Oh, thank
Yep.
you. And sometimes
Now,
YouTube picks and chooses when he brings me in and out.
now that would be weird if people were listening to just one side of our conversation.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. And it's like, oh, where did she go?
So
Especially
how'd
when
you?
you're just responding to me. And it's like, what did she say though? We don't know what she just said.
Rosie's laughing. Says Yogi straight up exposing himself.
You were tricking me, Rosie, I think. I think you were I was gonna start singing a song. Can you hear me? Can you hear me singing? Can you hear me singing? The clouds are like, I'm gonna disappear now. This is crazy. I don't want to be here. I love you guys. I just came in
Hey,
to say hi, Yogi. I hope you have an amazing weekend.
thanks. I hope you do too. Thanks for
I
hanging
know
out
for yeah. We
with
were like
Go ahead.
we had some free time today. I thought like I was staying out of the way to construction and guess what? They went and had lunch and everything without me while I was like on your live stream.
Wow.
I was like, what happened? I was free. I wanted to go have lunch too. What the heck? I missed out. I was like enjoying my time. It's been a good Saturday for me. And
Good.
yeah, I
It was
enjoyed
nice.
being on your live stream. It was fun.
It was nice seeing you hanging out with Marlon.
Yeah, he's so much fun. He gives me so much like leeway with his live stream and I just have fun with it. We were eating emoji candies on his live stream today while he was doing working out. We were able to give him some good feedback on his microphone situation so we can hear him a little clearer because it sounds like he's giving us lots of good information. But because sometimes he's in a big gym and it's a lot of open dead space, it's like you don't realize that your message isn't being heard,
Right.
and a simple fix, right? Just being go back and watch some of your live streams to give yourself some feedback on some things you can tweak on it, right? So yeah, it was like a really good I liked it. It was fun. It was productive as well. Not only fun but productive. I liked it.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Hi Adam. Hi T-ject kid out. T-jected out. Ooh, you got to-jected out? To some people, and to some people it's round.
Depends on your perspective, I guess, right?
Yeah, like if you go like to an island or something and you go by the beach area and you look out, you would swear that the earth is flat because it basically looks flat. But where's that water going? Where's it going? It's got to go somewhere. Is it falling off? No, like it's weird. It goes around, I think, right? Like a circle?
Right.
Possibly. I don't know. It depends. We have to like investigate it, do some research. Google. Oh my God, Google will show you pictures and stuff if you just Google that. The earth is flat. It might tell you some different things.
It
I'm
might.
text It might, right? Google is an amazing tool. You can simply type in one or two keywords, the thing that you're thinking of. It doesn't even have to be in a sentence. You can just type in that particular word. It'll even spell check it for you sometimes. And then you click on the search, and then all this information pops up. And you're like, wow, I just became so smart because I just found some information and I learned it. Like, wow. right? Right to
Yep.
Jack's out? Yeah, for real, right? Yeah, the earth could be flat or it could be round. Like you just never know. When I go to an island and I look out into the ocean and it looks flat, I like to pretend like it's flat and be like, wow, I wonder what it would be like to be at the end of over there. Like, would I fall off or like what would happen? Just live in fairy tale land. Who cares? Doesn't
Adam
matter.
has a very scientific and valid point to prove that the world is round. If Chuck Norris threw a baseball as hard as he could, it might hit him in the back of the head.
Does that mean it's round? I think it does,
It
right? It would
does.
have to go around in a
Yep.
circle and come back and hit him. It might take him a while though, because I heard the earth is really big.
Well, we're talking about Chuck Norris, though.
Yeah, but Chuck Norris is the Chuck Norris of all the Chuck Norrises, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, he's cray cray. Like he's still alive, isn't he?
He's still alive. He's in really good shape. He's still working
Yeah,
out.
and he still looks
I think he
like
always looks like Chuck Norris. He was born looking like Chuck Norris. You
he
know what I
just
mean?
will always just look like Chuck Norris.
Right.
We're expecting him to be like kind of like, oh my gosh, I want to remember the name, but I can't right now. It's a UFC fighter, uh Chuck Liddell.
Liddell. Yeah, I remember him.
And then like he was like seriously, he made me like UFC, right? He was like the one punch guy, remember? He just like a one punch and like the guy just goes down. And like I mean he went out like a champ and everything and I'm always like Chuck, Chuck, Chuck and then I don't know what happened. He was like I needed some money. I'm just going to come back as an older guy who hasn't been working out that much.
Right.
And like my skin, even my skin hasn't been working out because my skin looks like it's like looks different. It looks like different. You know how your skin looks different because you stopped working out and then your skin just goes droopy. And then he wanted to fight, and I was like, no, don't do it. Like
Hey,
Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? No, please don't, please don't. And then they did it. Yeah.
hey,
But
Toy
not Chuck
Pups.
Norris though. And not Chuck Norris. He never gives you that no moment. No. What happened to you, Chuck Norris? What happened? Stop taking photos. We want to remember you like you were.
Yeah, he does the total gym. It's a nice little contraption. I had one at one time. Hey, are you subscribed to our friend Jeff? We might have lost Toy Pups. Lagging a little bit. Are you there?
If
Oh, she's gone. Hey, Toy Pups, if you're in the chat, Jeff has asked, and anyone else here in the chat, would you like to come and subscribe to my YouTube channel? I am subscribed. I hope everyone else subscribes as well, guys. Our good friend Jeff. Jeff, I always appreciate the comments that you leave. Taking my supplement for the night. Rosie said she ran far away.
I'm so sorry. Not too far away, Rosie. Not too far. I know you wished I went farther, but I didn't go that far. Rosie's like, how come she's back so fast? I thought she went away far. Smash the like
Um,
button, guys.
hey, right when you started lagging, I was asking you if you are subscribed to Jeff.
I believe we are, yes. You know, sometimes we gotta recheck because like if we haven't visited their channel in a while, sometimes YouTube takes it away. So I'll
I
recheck,
heard that.
Jeff. Yeah. Rosie, stop laughing at me. I love your laugh. You make me laugh at you so hard. Like, stop. Don't laugh at me. Oh my God. You're so funny. I'm going to laugh at you next time. You better not laugh at me. I find people like to laugh at me a lot, Yogi.
I like to think that people like to laugh with you. You know why?
Just one say. Oh my God. She just triggered me. Just
You're
one
all
say. Wow, wow, wow. Sometimes when I get triggered, my body just goes like, wow. Just one sound. Wow, wow, wow. Just
no
one
one
sound, just one sound, wow, wow, wow.
no
Stop
one can
triggering
really
me.
no one can
Just
really
one
laugh at you,
sound.
Toy Pups. no one can really laugh at you because you're always in on the joke.
Just one wow. Yeah, look, Rosie's doing it too. Rosie's like, wow, 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 wow. Look, that's how you said it, right, Rosie? Wow, 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 wow. You thought you were gonna. Yeah, look at Yogi's laughing at it. He's laughing at you too, Sue. Ha! Joke's on you.
I I would never.
Joke's on you, Sue. Joke's
I would
on
never
you. We're
laugh at my
laughing
good
at
friend
you.
Sue.
He was. He was laughing at you for a second.
All I ever do is smile at Sue.
But he laughed at you for a little bit today. And then he's like, yeah, I'm not going to get mad about it. I don't even know what's happening. I'm not in the middle of it. I just thought it was funny. I laughed with you guys. See, I caught the yogi there. I caught him. You guys are so funny. Thank you, Rosie.
Sue says,
Yeah, we were playing a prank on Yogi and Sue. Sound wow 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 wow. Yogi's like, I don't even know what the prank is. Can someone tell me what the prank is?
Sue says that she can take it. Rosie says her stomach hurts. Hey, Rosie, that's the best medicine in the world is to be able to laugh like that. So
Yeah, thank you. That is the best medicine. I love laughter.
you ever heard of Dr. Norman Cousins?
No.
He was an editor for Reader's Digest for ages, and he was diagnosed with an incurable illness
Oh.
that gave him a definite period of time to live and a soon to be expired date. He decided to make the best of it and try to at least try to heal himself and not just feel better. But pups just popped away. Um, so he decided that truly laughter was the best medicine. He decided to watch nothing but funny movies, to do whatever he could to laugh, to smile with other people. When he was alone, he would read funny things, um, and he cured himself. I forget the illness that he had, but it went away. Rosie says she's gone back on Earth again. Rosie says, I wish I could laugh this way every day. Let's see if we can make that happen, Rosie. See if we can have a laughter session every day. Adam says, random, but I think it's lame that the medical care industry seems bent on taking old ladies' houses. How so? I haven't heard about this. Sue says she's been doing that for a while now, so I'm used to it. Um, she mentioned something like that on a live stream. I forget what she said. That she said that you were gonna tell on her to me. So hey, I do want to talk about your question. By the way, Adam has said Chuck Norris makes a good dog food. Burt Ward, who was Robin in the Batman and Robin TV series in the 1960s, uh, he makes a really good dog food. It says it helped his dogs. He helped design it. Helped his dogs live like 20 years, 20 plus years, and they were big dogs. Speaking of dogs, guys, if you remember, my stepdaughter, so little long-haired Chihuahua Cookie, uh, 15, maybe even 16 years old, is not doing well. Haven't heard an update. So you were talking about relationships, challenging relationships, challenging family relationships. I think it was Wayne Dyer who said that your friends are God's way for apologizing for your family. Your families know how to push your buttons. Adam says, I heard about that housing situation, Seth. I haven't heard anything about that. What's up, Sniper? So bless those challenging relationships. That's our classroom. If you're in a challenging family relationship, man, you've been given the fast track to awakening, but you got to take advantage of it. If you run from it, if you confront it, if you fight against it, you're prolonging. It'll just happen again with someone else, another situation. No one ever said the path of forgiveness wasn't challenging. That's for sure. But if you find yourself in that situation, rest assured that you are prepared for it. You wouldn't find yourself there otherwise. You guys remember the story of the course when uh, Helen had that dream where she went through all this series of adventures to come across a golden book. She opened it and it says you can either see all of the past or have the gift of seeing into the future. Um, what would you pick? Paraphrasing. And she said um, something along the lines of, I just want to be alive in the present moment. And the voice that addressed her smiled, however a voice can smile, and said, thank you. You have finally chosen correctly. I'll have to read that whole thing the way it was supposed to be read. I'm just doing it from memory. So we can run away from those challenging family situations, the challenging people. They're just going to show up again in this life for another. Or we can love our way through it. We can love them and we can forgive. Rosie said pups ran out. Forgiveness is a great healing factor. It's for us. We think, well, man, why would I forgive these people who are pushing my buttons, sometimes purposely so? Forgive them for that very reason, that they are pushing your buttons. Wouldn't you rather be free of all buttons? Button push proof? It's possible. It is possible. I'm not there yet, but I'm inching closer. One confrontational person at a time, one broken heart at a time, one live stream at a time. These live streams really are a learning opportunity for me, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for you guys. I love the thought of how the course says we teach what we most need to learn. That's why I show up here. I'm not just teaching because I think I have something to teach someone else. I'm teaching so that I can learn the lessons that I need to learn. Adam says, Yogananda says, healing starts in the family. Yeah, we've talked about this quite a bit. My most enlightening moments have been alone in the woods or sitting by myself meditating. And, you know, I really do go on some deep meditations where the ego is seen completely through and you reach this point of stillness. You hit that the bliss body, as they say in yoga. And then you come off your meditation cushion and you're smiling. And bam, a family member pushes your button and you're fully back into the ego. That enlightenment moment lasted all of one person, or one traffic jam, or one long line, or one whatever. If you really want to get enlightened fast, work retail, or be a cashier, or somewhere in the service industry. Commit to practicing forgiveness and put yourself in retail. 6 months, and you'll be enlightened. Or you'll get another job. Adam says, thanks for sharing. I need less buttons. We all do. But the only way we get less buttons is when our buttons get pushed, and then we investigate. Why? Why did this bother me? And who was it bothering? Go back to Ramana Maharshi's great question for self-inquiry. Who? Who was it bothering? When you find out who that is, Rosie says, can we do breath work today if you have time? I always have time to do breath work with you, Rosie. I'm going to be live for at least 15 more minutes. So within that 15 minutes, or if we decide to stay a bit longer, we'll do some breath work. How about, regardless if I stay longer on the live stream or not, we're going to do some breath work. Awesome, Sniper. You going to post a video? Sniper just filmed some deer crossing the road in Numbers. You're welcome, Rosie. I like my toggle coat. Adam says he's waiting on Squirrel Sniper. So here's how we can help with our button situation. Meditate. That's a lot of deer. Breath work. When we meditate, when we do breath work, one or the other or both, when we practice yoga postures, very easy, very simple. Doesn't have to be a ton, doesn't have to be for long. We cultivate the parasympathetic state, that rest and digest, the calm, the easygoingness, and it lingers long after the meditation cushion. Not at first, but a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. As well as practicing self-inquiry, jnana yoga, asking yourselves, who am I? Who is the one that has a button? Who is the one that's getting its button pushed? And just explore. Don't look for an answer, just ask the question and wait, see what comes up. Self-inquiry is all important. Again, Ramana Maharshi would often give his followers that simple inquiry of who am I? And when we first start, we start naming the things we think we are. We give a name, we give a label, we give a body type, we give a job, we give all kinds of descriptions, but that doesn't tell us who we are. It's the neti meditation. Neti is Sanskrit, it means not this. So anything that comes to mind, neti, not this, not this. I'm not a name. What if my last name was Harris instead of McCarty and my parents named me Bob? Would I still be who I am? Would it be someone different with a different name? Certainly not my body, because my body has changed drastically over the years, from a power lifter to an ultra runner to a kettlebell lifter to a martial artist to all kinds of other stuff as well. The body I had when I was born, the body that I had when I was 6, the body that I had when I was 16. So I can't be the body, it's always changing. Plus, what if I lost the body part? If I lost an arm, am I me, the essence of me? Am I less? Hey, Parker. Thug life. They were traveling slowly as one is limping. I hope a full recovery. Dookie? Dokie. Dookie. Dokie. It's one or the other. Um, Appreciate you being here, Sniper. Adam says he checked into the Propothic realm thing. If I can be the light, I don't know if I can see into the darkness. Hey, Abigail. All right. We're gonna do I agree, Parker. Rosie, how are you with the Ujjayi breath, that ha breath? Breathing in through the nose, very gentle ha. Breathing out through the nose, very gentle ha. It sounds like Abigail's doing amazing. We do that because it helps extend the breath, makes it easier to go for a specific count, as well as it tones the vagal nerve. Can I unrestrict the stream for Alex? Well, who's Alex? And why is it restricted for him or her, as the case may be? Since I didn't know that I've restricted it for anyone, it's doubtful that I can unrestrict it for anyone. My technical skills are limited. Rosie says, pretty good. I actually really like that breath work. It is, that breath can be your best friend. In times of stress, in times of anxiety, even beginning of a panic attack, even if you have the presence of mind in a panic attack, which we often don't. If you're having trouble sleeping, that breath alone, and you can do it anywhere and anytime. Cece says, not alive. Yep, 3 times a day, Cece. Parker said to Alexander Greer. Why is it restricted? Hey, Asia. Asia, nice to see you. Our talented friend. So, Rosie, it's good that you have that breath. And we're going to practice it tonight. We're going to breathe in through the nose for a count of 6. We're going to exhale through the nose for a count of 6. And we're going to use it with that Ujjayi breath. So, we breathe in, out. When you breathe in, doing that breath, try to breathe from the diaphragm. Breathing, letting the stomach rise. Don't breathe from the chest. Stomach rises. The chest moves, that's fine. But you want that belly to expand. You're breathing into the belly, all the way down in that lower belly. That will help you bring in the air a little easier. If you try to breathe solely through the nose and not through the diaphragm, makes it hard to get to 6. But if you breathe in from the diaphragm, you're gently, gently, gently making it to 6. So Parker says, bruh, we met last week. Who? Me and you? I usually panic when my anxiety starts. I try my best to control it. But here's the problem with controlling anxiety. We sense that we can't, and it leads to panic because we have no control. We're seeking to control, and yet the anxiety and the panic keeps building up. No one likes to feel like they're not in control. Lisa says, you're forgetting to tell people don't get up fast after breathing techniques for warning head rush. Well, what we normally do after the breath work is we sit and there's a little guided meditation. So there's really, when I'm doing breath work with people, there's really no getting up quick. Um, so what we don't want to do, I I can completely understand, Rosie. I don't know if you've heard me talk about my own experience with anxiety and panic attacks, as well as insomnia, that led to a great sense of personal disappointment in myself, imposter syndrome. Adam says, I love Mengar Rinpoche's guided meditation for panic. He's so cute talking about how he made panic his friend. I have, I don't remember the title of his book. Um, right next in the other room. He also wrote the book on, I can't remember the title, Meditation and Running. Parker says, will I get panic attacks? Do you do any breath work, Parker? CC says, anxiety attacks and panic attacks, same thing? Not quite. I've had anxiety that has not led to panic attacks. Maybe for you it's different. Which it can be. For me, anxiety did not always lead to panic, but it could pretty quickly. Levels of anxiety. Um, yeah, for me, if I did not find something to manage that anxiety, I knew what was going to happen, which of course helped lead to what was going to happen. Thoughts are powerful things, and anxiety is a continuous thought of anxiousness, whatever form that thought might take. Adam says, I think a heavenly being would see most people as anxious. I agree. I agree with that. But we do have things to help lower our levels of anxiety, and breath work being one of them, meditation being another one, prayer, if one is of the devotional bent. I do too, Rosie. I do have depression as well. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks really are something I wish I didn't have. I feel you on that. And there was a time in my life when I wished that depression was something I wish loved ones didn't have. Because as a kid, I was on um, I bore the brunt of some depression. TC says, interesting discussion. Yeah, every once in a while we stumble upon some stuff. TC says, depression can lead to anxiety and panic attacks, overwhelming stress. Yeah, agreed. Parker's in Africa. Well, welcome from Africa, my friend. Adam says, Rosie, do you the Course in Miracles thing? Rosie says, we really do have a thing I like, Yogi. Like I said, for me, it added into imposter syndrome because here I was, uh, literally a long time, decades, meditation teacher, breathwork practitioner, just before I got certified as a breathwork coach, uh, yogic practitioner, as well as certified yoga teacher. Been doing it forever. Practitioner of A Course in Miracles, studying the Tao, studying Buddhism. Um, and all the things that I taught people out of the blue I've sit with. Now I've had long term, I've had late depression since my early teenage years. The anxiety and the panic attacks, that was new. Social anxiety, I've almost always had on a certain level. Been painfully shy my whole life. Parker says, my name is Zach Zachetta Parker is my English name. Cece says, breathing is control over beat. Slow beating. It's an awesome tool. Slow breathing. Yep. Now we can also do some fast paced. Like Rosie's been in the morning and we've done Breath of Fire, which is a faster. Man, you're right. We do have a lot in common. I wasn't in a car accident. I have been in car accidents, but it didn't cause my anxiety. I do not like driving. Although I'm thinking about buying a car for $1,000. Rosie says, my anxiety started when I was in a car accident, which led me not to want to drive. And just being in a car scares me. But I never show my family that I'm scared. So they don't make fun of me. Well, Rosie, hiding it just produces more anxiety. Can you talk openly with your family? Adam says, I like Aaron Abel on emotional intelligence. I have not read Aaron Abel, but I'm going to look. Increased breathing trains to handle high anxiety. Yes, although I like to do it in moderation. I'm not a big. Hey, Alexander says, yo, I'm here. Adam says it's on YouTube. Yeah, you've mentioned him before. All right. I'll tell you what. I was going to have us do 6-6 instead. Let's do box breathing. Box breathing, we're going to breathe in for a count of 4, using that ujjayi breath. We're going to hold the breath for 4. We're going to exhale through the nose for 4. And we're going to hold the breath for 4. It's a very powerful breath. Let me know when you're ready, Rosie, and anyone else, of course, who wants to join in. Doug's get the spam. All right. Far be it for me to break the rules. Rosie says, I've been in a lot of car accidents, one being a drunk driver hitting us. And to be honest, I really don't talk about how I feel in my family. That's why I come here. Well, Rosie, I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you have this space. Rosie's ready. All right, Rosie, if you could close your eyes and bring a very gentle awareness to your breath. We're going to start with the nose. Bring awareness to the nose, breathing in, and feel the passing of air as you breathe in. Notice that slight pause in between breaths. And as you breathe out, just notice the breath passing through your nose. Now bring that same gentle awareness to your belly. And watch how you breathe in and your belly gently expands. But when you breathe out, it gently and easily falls back. No effort. Breath happens on its own. You are the observer, observing the breath flowing in, observing the breath flowing out, in and out. Now very easily enter that ujjayi breath, that ha sound. Breathing in, breathing out. Make it as soothing as possible. Think an ocean's wave. You're hearing the ocean in that breath. Your primordial source, your primordial beingness. Breathing easy. We're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. I will guide you all the way through. Relax and relax. Relax with that ujjayi breath, breathing in, out. Get ready. We're going to take a breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4. And relax. Let the breath go. Allow yourself to be breathed. No effort on your end. Just breathing. Anytime you feel that inkling of anxiety creeping in, anytime you feel stressed, your breath is the tool, your connection, the anchor to the sense of peace and calm that you're experiencing right now. The simple ujjayi breath is all you need. It's your anchor. When you're ready, open your eyes. I'll see you in the chat. What's up, Reaper? How are you? Thank you for joining me in the breath work, Rosie. Let's see. Rupa says, "What's going on, Yogi?" Not much. We're just doing some breath work. CC says, "I was on him." Well, thank you, CC. I generally don't worry about it, but if he was getting on your nerves, so how you feeling after your session with Jace? Let's see. Rosie says, "Thank you so much, Yogi. I never knew breath work actually helps relax until I met you." Hey, Rosie, if you ever want to try meditation, um, I will teach you meditation. We can do it, you and I, on a live stream, or if you reach out on private messenger, Facebook Messenger, we can do it there. Reaper says, "It felt great. I knew you would." People don't realize that, you know, you're you're the burpee guy, but people don't realize what you do behind the scenes. Sure, you can ask me a question, Alexander. Adam says, "Rosie, me and God love you and want you to know it's always going to be all right." Beautiful, Adam. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, Reaper is not to be trifled with. I live east coast of the United States in the state of Maryland. We get some more Jacob love. Thanks so much, Jacob. We'll be live in a few more minutes, guys. I got an email. I will check after the live stream. Rosie says breathwork is a big thing. I learned this year. Thank you. I would love to do that. I'll see when I have time to and let you know. Okay. I will give you a mantra. Reba says, "How old are you, Alex?" It's a good question. Hey, Empire. Unless the Empire is here, says the people. Alexander says, "Thanks, Eric. You're welcome." Reba says, "Yogi is kind." Reba says, "Don't take his kindness for weakness." Well, thank you for that. It's just easier. It's just, you know what? Um, Discovered in my life. Hey, Michael, Triple Yogi. I appreciate that. That for my own peace of mind, for my own health, uh, it's just easier to be kind than anything else. I'm certainly not going to stress by someone writing words on a YouTube chat. You know what I mean? Um, I have I got some heavy personal stuff going on. Uh, which helps put things in perspective. And man, words on a screen, not even a blip on the radar. Play Gucci Gang on stream. Hey, don't you forget that you're talking to a 6-year-old. I have no idea what that is. Adam says, Yogi is a burping machine. I have my moments. Reaper says, you're old enough to be your dad, Alex? Man, I could be a granddad. How scary is that? Michael says, how's it going, Yogi? It's going pretty good, Michael. Hanging out with you guys. How about you? Adam, how you doing? Rosie says, I have a question. I don't want to sound weird. You're in the right place to sound weird. But I've been staying up late. I'm trying to sleep early. I don't know how any tips to sleep early and wake up early. The waking up early is hard. One thing leads to the other. When you are able to get to bed early, you will wake up early. When you're able to get up early, you go to sleep early. So how do we do that? How you get up is going to start preparing you for sleep. When you get up, whatever time you get up, get some sunlight to your eyes, direct sunlight. Don't stare at the sun, just get outside. If you can take a walk, even better. If you can take a walk and concentrate, as waking up early is for the birds, says the person who is always live streaming at 4 a.m. Adam says confused, inattentive. Hey, Adam, do you meditate? Missy says going great. Ready for music. Hang out in a few minutes. Nice, Michael. Cece was eating Turkish hamburgers. What makes a Turkish hamburger? Yep. Reaper does wake up damn early, getting in his workout. I'm up usually 2:15, 2:20, occasionally a little bit later. I don't remember the last time I was up past 2:30. Frizzy says, Athen, Cat and Jack, how are you? Yep. On his way to work and it's still dark. Laguna says, look up Nick Wavy. Well, tell me why. Tell me why I should. Why would I be interested in Nick Wavy? Give me some kind of hook. Give me a catch. What's going to drive me in? What has Nick done that's going to improve my life? What has Nick done that's going to make me laugh? What has Nick done that's going to make me feel good? Yeah, I'm like I said, 2:30. I do my breath work. I meditate. My first round of yoga. Yoga have hope for our Raiders. No doubt, they beat some big teams last year. Pete Carroll is doing a fantastic job. It'd be something to have a winning season. I know you're waiting. Reaper is a die-hard fan. So, Rosie, if you can get up, whatever time you get up, get some direct sunlight to the eyes, take a 20-minute walk. You remember the breath of fire? If you could do that, if you want, we can cover it again tomorrow. YouTube for 10 plus years. He's funny. If I can remember, I'll do my best. It's very important to get that sunlight because it sets a hormonal response that carries over to the night. It'll give you energy. It'll improve your mood. You get outside and take a walk, even just for 10 minutes in the morning, even just for 5 minutes in the morning. Before you go to sleep, turn off all electronics. This is hard for people. get rid of that blue light for at least a minimum half an hour if you can do it for an hour. Don't eat an hour before bed. Give yourself at least an hour before uh, your last meal. Reaper says, what if it's an LED light, not our orange sun? It is a useful tool. It's not as good. Hey, Roy, it's not as good as the sun, but it can get you by. It could be a bit of a lifesaver for some people. So if that's what you have, use it. Rosie says the problem is I'm living in the basement. There's no windows. There's only one window, which is the kitchen area. But can you get up and take a walk? Can you get up and get outside and take a walk? Reaper says, Mama, don't yell at me like that. Um, guys are making me laugh. If you can do that, that'll start making a big difference. And then, like I said, make sure you give yourself that hour window between your last meal and laying down to go to bed. That includes snacks. And turn off all electronic equipment. Do breath work before bed. Reaper said, holy cow, Yogi laughed. He did laugh. Rosie says, I can go for a walk, but I'm pretty scared too. Doesn't have to be far. It doesn't have to be away from your house. You can walk down the street and up the street right in front of your house. It's okay, William. Reaper says, Rosie, what are you scared of? Hey, Phoenix. Phoenix says, love you all. We love you too. Walk around house. Good suggestion. Walk in a circle around your house. Another good suggestion. Even just up and down the street. So have your sleep hygiene practice in place. It begins with getting up, getting that sunlight, and then shutting off all computer stuff. Get your room as dark as possible when you go to sleep. If you can get not even a glimmer of light, you'll find it very helpful. If you have to get up in the middle of the night, don't look at your clock. It's so tempting. Don't look at your clock. Get up, do what you need to do, go back to bed without looking at your clock. As well, I mentioned the breath work before bed. If you can read something non-exciting, you don't want a page turner, because guess what a page turner does? It makes you want to turn a page. You want something that you're like, man, how boring is this? And if it could be some type of spiritual text that inspires you, even better, because you're planting seeds that you take into your subconscious every night. It will spring forth in your daily activity. But making the bed does help. I agree. People says, shoot, Rosie, just carry Newsy around with you. Guarantee no one will mess with you. Or William says, read the Bible. That puts most people to sleep, apparently. Hey, now, Reaper, what if it was an owl? How would you feel if it was an owl hanging outside of your house? Thank you, Jacob. Zipper says, as a sniper, I sleep in shift pattern with my higher self. In shamanic terms, it was called the second sleep. Bruce, who's laughing, says, Reaper, I don't think I can. I believe in you, Rosie. I believe in you and the Uzi. Yeah, traditionally it used to be the second sleep. People would go to bed when the sun went down, and they would wake up think it was like between the hours of 10, maybe 1, and they would sometimes they would tell stories. They would, do the family stuff that families do. Um, and then you go back to bed until dawn. I practiced that for a while. Pretty profound. I would get up and I would meditate. This one I was doing a devotional form of meditation, and had some really, really powerful experiences. Uh, Reaper says, "Sniper knows." Where it says, "My sleep state is weird. I get rest, but I'm never not aware." Interesting. That works. That works. The important is to get outside and to walk. And it all counts as sunlight. So if it's cloudy, that still counts. Where it says just walk, yep, wherever you find comfortable. Simply says I practice 35 years of 5 hours of sleep. It's about what I get too. I'll be honest, I could use a little bit more. Usually, 5 hours and my twice a day meditation leaves me feeling rested, specifically if I also add yoga nidra in it. But lately, I don't know, guys. You ever use a sleep tracker, William? Um, and Rosie, have you heard me talk about cognitive shuffling to help get to sleep? People says, "Sleep when I die." So it doesn't have to be when the sun comes up, Rosie. When you wake up, that's where I want you to start. Whatever time you wake up, get outside. Don't worry about getting up at dawn when the sun's coming up. Not yet. When you get up, get outside and walk. And then we're going to start working on getting up a little bit earlier. But until then, you want to just start putting in place the habits that are going to sustain your earlier waking and your earlier bedtime. William says, "No, the feeling on my wrist feels too foreign, and I run hot in bed, so typically naked with a fan." People says, "Rosie, look at those woods. They're calling your name." I love the woods. So cognitive shuffling is a scientifically proven method of um, imitating the brain's natural function of how it falls asleep. The brain goes through this random processing, thought after thought after thought, completely random. And we're going to mimic that. Hey, MK, Marlon, how are you? And here's how we do it. Think of a word as randomly as possible. If you find yourself concentrating on it, stop, pause. Just let any word come to mind. Any word. So, smile. That's the word. We're not doing any type of concentration. The word smiles comes to mind. Take the first letter, S, and for about 10 seconds, Park moves back. For about 10 seconds, let any other random word beginning with a S come to you. So I start with S and Sam, sandwich, sky, super, sniper, whatever word comes to mind. And then you go to the next letter, M. You do the same thing. M. Machine. My. Mac. MySpace. I don't know why MySpace. You want it to be as completely random as possible. If you find yourself trying to search for one, go on to the next letter. I. Island. Is. Isotope. Isle. And then you go to the next until you get to the end. Then you pick another word and you just keep going until you fall asleep. A lot of people are asleep within 15 minutes. I'm usually asleep within 5 when I do this. And I do it pretty much every night now. MK says, really feeling my boobs on a good way to get them big and juicy. One of the oddest things ever mentioned here, but I understand what you're saying. Parker's got a backup account. It's good to have a backup account. Crazy says, I'll probably do a post on YouTube to show you guys because I need something to motivate me. Reba says, Rosie, check out my lives. You'll get motivated. You will. That's for sure. Reba says, MK, what? Reba says, Parker, don't yell then. Good advice. Simpa says, if you lose a fingernail or a tooth, you're still used. Lose a finger and hand, you are still used. No matter what's taken from you, makes you know less of who you really are because you're inside. We talked about that earlier today or earlier in this live stream. Who says the most important thing you can do is to start the morning by saying thank you, finding reasons you are grateful. Agreed. People says I do that at the end of my day, William. And MK says, yeah, I usually stretch them out. Hopefully they won't get saggy. I hope not. No need for stretch marks either. I agree. We do not want saggy stretch mark man boobs. I'll go on record for that. Back to thug time. Hey, Murray. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up in just a minute. William says, I'm trying to proactively do it more throughout the day, Reaper. I often just focus on the pause in between my breaths to return to the eternal. Say no to man boobs, says Reaper. I agree. Reese says, I forgot how many times I've never left and never came back anymore without responding. Twice. MK says, can we finish with some breath work again? Yep, we did breath work once. Moves. All right, no go. Rosie says, in bed, what happened to Toy Pups? Did she go to Earth? She's out wandering the ethers. MK says, by the way, Reaper, of course, I mean big chest boobs. It's just funnier to say. MK says, oh, okay, I can do it myself. We could still do some. Rosie says, what's this crown that's near my name? It's a new live stream thing. Everyone keeps telling me about it, describing it. I still don't understand it. It's a means of engagement to keep things engaged. Doesn't seem like a lot of people like it, at least on my live stream. People says it means you're number one. Rosie is number one. So let's do some real easy breath work. Rosie, if you want to do more, since we already did some, you and I, We don't need to do it more. MK, what we're going to do, you and I, we're going to do the 4-7-8 breath. And we're going to do it for 3 rounds. Skits is just popping in to say goodnight. And love you all. Love you too, Skits. Thank you. Cypher says Parkin, but stepped on, flattened by the best. Let me know when you're ready, MK. Crazy says Skits, love you, good night. MK says, like that one? Me too. MK is ready. All right, MK, if you could close your eyes. Bring some easy attention to your breath. Just notice the in-breath. Notice the out-breath. We're going to do what William mentioned. As you breathe in, notice the pause. As you exhale, notice the pause. Nice and easy. Allowing the breath to come on its own and leave on its own. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 7, exhale through the mouth, the tongue on the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth, lips lightly pursed, and making an easy whoosh. I'm going to call it the sacred whoosh. So, Marlon, if you can breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release the breath. Allowing the breath to flow back in again, easy and naturally. No effort on your part. Surrendering on the out breath. Relaxed, letting go. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I'll see you in the chat, and we're going to say goodnight, guys. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Much appreciated. We had a fun time. I had a fun time. But I am sleepy. Cat says Yogi is tired. Good night, beautiful Yogi. Good night, beautiful cat. Thank you so much. Sorry. I was literally lost in a smile. Sniper says, night, Eric. Night, Sniper. I hope you're settled in, Sniper. I hope you and the family are comfortable. Already feeling at home in your new home. Rosie says, thank you again. Yogi, you're welcome, Rosie. Rosie, if you look me up on Facebook, always there to connect anytime. Marlon says, good night. Love and hugs. Oh, love and hugs to you, Marlon. Thank you so much. All right, Reaper, thanks for hanging out with us. Always a pleasure. Always an honor, my friend. You're welcome, MK. William, Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your insights. Thank you for your company. Our friend Adam. A lot of fun hanging out with Adam. Skits, I appreciate the stopping in. Hey, Parker, you know what? I appreciate you being here too, my friend. You liven the place up, keeping me on my toes, keeping me in the A game. Marie, don't be a stranger. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I love you.